down in mid, that would be an absolute disaster. Oh, that's a clean shot coming in, and there we go. It's been saved. They have the smoke in the hands of Yakindar. One smoke, 2 flashbangs, and a nade for Kickert as a retake is on. It's a 4 versus 4, and here they come slowly making the way into the bomb site.
Well, Jim now moving his way forward. He's had some absolute highlights inside of this A site, but not in this pistol. Sif, Art, they bring it down, and Furia with the pistol.
And the team ace as well. Each and every member chipping in with a frag apiece. And Furia, well, they're off to the start, a good start here on their map pick. Of course, next is going to be VP's Overpass. It's a map they looked fantastic on, dismantling Complexity. It was Complexity picking Overpass, mind you. So for Furia, for them to take the series, this Inferno win seems like a must-have. And, well, let's get off on the right foot here. AK is being purchased. A Galil in the hands of Drop and K-Serrado with a Mac-10, looking to try and be a little bit more mobile, try and be the fact finder for his team, trying to figure out where the CTs might be holding towards. For VP, though, they've gone in for the force by Yakindar with the FAMAS. The rest of them, a couple of CZs, something which you don't see that often nowadays, a Deagle and a 5-7 in the hands Kicker. They do have a lot of smokes, though, and that is something which could be instrumental, right? If Furia are not able to kind of bait these utility out early on, and it comes down to like 40 seconds and 30 seconds, VP could make things very uncomfortable for the Brazilian side.
Yeah, VP are very good at playing in these scenarios. They will often win on the lower tier buys, and Furia will be aware of that. Smoke into top banana for Yakindar. They keep the Furia side back for now. Sever the information flow into top banana. And Furia will start to turn their attentions elsewhere as you go just under a minute now towards this A site.
Still, quite a bit of time to work with as they have started to slowly establish control of brackets. The problem is they have no control over banana. Bomb still all the way towards T-slope. And if they do want to pivot back towards B, firstly, it's a stack. Secondly, they have no eyes, but it's looking like they will be committing towards this A play. As you can see, the bomb on the back of K-Serrado, and he is being accompanied by Safe as well. Everyone grouping up together. They are paranoid. They're kind of running out of time. Fortunately for them, there is no one on the A bomb side, but it could be a worrying factor later on when they have to go up against the rifles. But here comes Odd just pre-firing around all the usual corners and angles and nooks and crannies, but that's what he does. He's leading by example, clearing out all the angles, and it should be a full save coming in from VP. There's no need to even attempt to go for, just try and find a kill or whatnot. Just hold on to his pistols for the next round, where they can still be a threat to Furia. Good start here for the Brazilians.
This is a pacifist round, Bluff.
Well, I think our desk painted it beautifully when it said it is the conflict between two extremely polar opposite sides. You have the insanity, the furiosity, the aggression of Furia, and then we have VP who are just gonna just sit back, make you stew yourself, and just gonna be like, yep, they're gonna take a sweet time.
Polarizing worldviews, really, when it comes to Counter-Strike between these two sides.
And that's a beautiful thing, right? There's no one correct approach in Counter-Strike, and the fact that we have so many different teams with so many different styles and approaches, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Virtus.pro had the easier run to the final today. Virtus.pro obviously moving their way through the North American side of Complexity. Furia, it was looking at times like they might not even be here, Blood versus 9Z, able to dig deep and recover that. Virtus.pro, obviously with the save in the last round, are going to have the exact same buy as they did heading into the previous. It's no better, it's no worse. Virtus.pro are going to be keeping a couple of upgraded pistols alongside this FAMAS. We'll see if Furia go with the same slow, methodical play style. Do you think this play style that VP brings to the table is going to frustrate Furia throughout this game?
I mean, it frustrates me for sure at times. And yeah, I feel like Furia sort of team who, they had some problems against 9Z, right? We saw Furia starting to turtle up a little bit. The CD side was very lacking, but the T side is where they seem to sometimes shine, right? We can see Art always poking and prodding, and Safe as well waking up. K-Serrado has been magnificent thus far in this tournament as well. And you got to remember, 9Z made VP bleed. Don't forget that. So 9Z was a problem for both these teams.
Oh yeah,
here playing the grand finals.
Very, very true. Flip with the CZ. Not really the best position to take those longer range fights. CZ can be a cruel mistress. When you try to angle select, Kicker could for one with a 5-7, but for the most part, Furia being methodical, being clean about this. You see they're approaching this with a different mentality going up against VP.
Well, okay, Safe. That was quick. The ding comes in from the FAMAS, but doesn't really matter. Furia able to win the 2 anti-eco rounds, or rather the anti-force buy rounds from VP, just losing one player in the process. So they're going to be feeling mighty comfortable Economy-wise, are the only casualty, but he's not going to mind that. He's just seeing AK-47 getting picked up by the IGL. Safe! He's going to bring out the Zoom banger pretty early on, but on the other side, his counterpart in the form of Mr. James with the op of his own. Yet to get off the mark, just 2 kills thus far for VP in the 3 rounds we've seen so far. But now the guns are out, and now it's going to be the first real test for FURIA here against the Rifles, this defense of VP.
Well, Kickert playing towards Boiler early, gets the timing to not get caught by drop, and in fact, Kickert will remove himself and dropping back to play from short side instead. That could have been an early skirmish, an engagement that could have went down in the apartments, but the Virtus.pro player decides to back away. FURIA will have control of the apartments for the time being. In terms of Banana, FURIA don't have anything. Virtus.pro clearing that out, so they've got all the info that Banana is not really being contested by the T side right now.
Eyes, yep, Buster. And it might even push on out here. They have to be wary of Safe, though. He's still holding the angle. Minute on the clock, a lot of time to work with. And FURIA, they really haven't been going for much Banana contestation. And this is something that VP should be able to suss out eventually. As I say that, Safe slowly going to be making his way up. He's going to be ably supported by Drop and K-Star as well. And still pressure being exerted by Yuri and Ott towards brackets. And now with the Molotovs, with the utility being deployed, they know the jig is up. It's going to be the wraparound to be.
This is a great reposition from Jam. He reads it perfectly. He's even brought over a second player to back him out because they know what's happening. Jam sees the barrel. Easy first kill for Jam, and he wants another one. He is hungry to get started in this final, but Yuri will snap back, but that second rifler in position is now the B play, all coming in from Banana side, and you have to deal with Yekindar.
Yekindar, though, immediately, quickly repositioning himself. 19 seconds, they need to get the bomb down. And Yekindar, he's going to find one. They can't go for the plant, and Yekindar just shut it down. Even though the trade takes place, doesn't really matter. There's no time, and Safe in a 1v3.
He has got time for the plant. Problem is, it's the B side of Inferno, and he gets one pick, but flanked in Banana. It's unfortunate, but a really good read from James to call his team into that maneuver. They understand what map control they don't have right now and what the only play that FURIA could go for, and they just position perfectly for that.
Absolutely. And Yekindar, they're able to... I like how he started shooting the planter. The moment he spots a player behind Fountain, he just prioritizes that player, and he finds both the kills. And for Safe, sure, he got time to get the bomb down, but the round's done. Even if he gets the bomb down, all three of them were going to be peeking in. One from Banana, one from Mid, and one from Coil. So VP, just losing a couple of players here. But for the side of FURIA, because they have so much money to work with, they're going to be bringing out all the guns. No op this time around for the side of FURIA. The Safe will be just holding on to the AK-47.
Much more assertive in Banana this time. They've thrown down that smoke, so Virtus.pro throw a molly to try and slow them, but it gets used up immediately. Yekindar's aggressive stance, though. It's good for one. Art cleared out the first. Yekindar couldn't double up, so FURIA win the Battle of Banana.
They're not going to press ahead, though. Aware that Buster might be lying in wait. And now for VP, being a man down, they need to try and somehow wrest back control of this round. Still a lot of time to work with, waiting for the smoke to dissipate. And for Kickert, is he going to go for the information play? He might have heard a footstep.
I think he heard Yuri, though.
They haven't moved yet, though. Flit still holding on to his archway, so it's going to come down to Buster. Smoke will be deployed, going to buy him a little bit more time, and a Molotov as well to force them to prevent them from pushing ahead any further. But they still have so much time.
Yeah, the thing is for Buster here, he has no rifle support, but he does have a quick rotation.
Look at
so
Yuri.
If he gets one pick, yeah, this is the worrying part. You know, Yuri's still over in this A site. He's going to have these two players charging him down, though. Yuri will get removed in play, and now they know he's the only player there. They have to be ready for this B play. If Buster just gets one pick, that's going to give his team a huge advantage. There's a little gap in that CT smoke, Blah.
There is a gap, and that could be problematic. They have a flashbang to call over. They had no idea. Buster, he's going to hit that 9 times out of 10. And Safe now having to get the bomb planted. They were trying to make life uncomfortable, but that Molotov just might allow him time to punch the numbers. And now it is a 1 versus 3. It's going to come down to Drop. He's going to line one up, but Flit with a quick double, finding both Safe and Drop. And that is going to be VP finding the second.
Yeah, Flit's first touch of the ball really in this one. 3 kills picked up in the round. And that's the impact Flit can deliver. Virtus.pro, great stuff again. You know, they're a man down in that situation. Their information gathering is just getting them so much control of this map right now. They're being able to adapt quicker than FURIA. They're always ready. They're always finding out FURIA's plans before they actually execute upon them.
I actually really liked what I do believe it was FURIA were trying to do there. You know, they sent a player back towards mid to try and sell the fake, but because of the forward positioning from the 2 VP players, they not only just catch him, but they immediately find information that it's going to be a B hit. And then Buster holding the angle, the smoke, the gap. snap, a free kill right there. It's a game of inches. It's a game of inches. And millimeters.
Funny enough, actually, Virtus.pro used to throw a pretty bad CT smoke and had a huge gap in it all the time. So they're actually like, oh, this is what it feels like.
CSGO give it, CSGO take it. Hard though, okay, just scoped in.
Oh, the nade's gonna get him.
No, he survives. How does he survive?
Oh, the Mad Genius gets away. And that's the opening for FURIA. They've got Banana control as well. Criticism we had early on was they weren't really contesting Banana a whole lot. I love how they don't have a whole lot of utility on the T side, so Art just decided, you know what, I'll just run up Banana with an AWP, get through this side of the smoke.
How many times have we won rounds just based off Art doing that?
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's a secret weapon, really. Something a lot of teams do not have.
Well, VP though, losing the man. I like this. They still have control of towards the arch side and Slit. Timing is everything. Incendiary is going to give away his position, but it's going to keep them at bay.
Oh, the chicken.
Poor chicken. It's fried beyond redemption. You can't even see the bones.
It's just disappeared.
Yep.
To the void.
F.
35 seconds left. Yuri looking to emerge from apartments. Information gathered. Buster swings out long. It's a solo play for Drop, and he's gone down. But look at this double stack inside of the site. Flit and Kicker are in such a good position, up and bottom. The double setup should be an absolute bloodbath for FURIA to run into, but Split swings wide, and at least Kicker alone and isolated, and they can focus him. They do trade it out, and suddenly they have the site. Art is barely alive. I don't know how he's taking all this damage, but he is still up. And now Jam into the clutch. He can win these, certainly. And does he know the info that Art is low?
He does. He does.
He's got the USP out. He's waiting for the aggressive play. He looks at the top. He sees Art's alive. And Jam is just waiting for it. But now he goes across and he absolutely wrecks him with a USP. Jumps into the air with the USP and leaps to victory 4-3.
Wait. There. Wait.
Jam? Hell.
Yeah, he's got to get. Wait, does it get. Wait, what is he going for there?
I don't know. Molly? Well, he's got it. He's got it. No problem.
That was a little squeaky for me. But anyway.
He was like, actually, I decided Jam time. This is right now. It's not the time for it, Jam.
You won the round. Just defeasable.
Like, actually, no.
Well, great attempt from Yuri, though. That was a very hard side to crack, but Jame, he plays it perfect and jumps. And
I love the awareness.
Heartbreak from Art, though. Like, he was out in the open, he hits it, but it just legs him.
But it's the jump as well that gets that leg shot. Like, he has the read that he's likely just holding him down with the AWP.
I love this buy from FURIA. They're going for the full... well, it's not a full force. It's kind of half, but they've invested quite a bit, right? You have this Eagles utility. Yeah, and Yuri with the... Okay, James. He's come to play here, Dinko. They won't be expecting the player behind the sandbags, and Yakindar finds Case Serrato. There's no trade possible with Incendiary keeping the remaining T's at bay. And I like this from VP. They're being assertive against this half buy.
Yeah, and Jam getting aggressive at times, dropping back with that first kill. He's gonna get smoked off, trying to catch the timing, not too far off actually, landing a shot through the smoke, but now they will start to trundle their way through to the A side, at least attempt to do so, but Yakindar has caught them on their pathway. AK picked up for Drop, it's good for one, but Yakindar will close him with a 3K. That buy not really amounting to much for FURIA. Money is enough to get a buyout here for FURIA.
Yep.
They're gonna go for the timeout. I think it's been a pretty strong start in terms of the first couple of rounds, but when we've headed into the gun rounds, VP have just looked like the better side.
It's been a pretty furious start, so to speak, for both the sides, right? Like, it's been back and forth a little bit. VP, though, they're showing why they're such a dangerous team. A few of the rounds where just solid fundamentals, right? You lose a player, you're a man down, you go for the info play, great trading, and especially Jame waking up early here with the AWP and hitting his shots. That's a worrying sign for FURIA, but still very, very early days here in map number 1 of the grand finals of ESL Challenger number 48. Again, these two teams, just a couple of days later, we're going to be seeing them in action in Katowice. So if they face off against Katowice as well, this could be kind of the precursor, like a setup, so to speak, for that particular storyline. Buy going to be coming in for FURIA. Safe did have money for the AWP. Instead, he will opt to go for the AK just so he can afford all that utility. 5 Molotovs and a multitude of smokes as well. And VP trying to ensure the banana control won't be taken rather by FURIA for free. Art is going to be spraying blindly. And for VP, it's more like they're not really playing aggressively towards banana. It's more like they're showing the presence. They're like, we might be there, forcing FURIA to take things slow and expend quite a lot of utility in order to clear out these angles. And Yakindar continuing his reign of terror.
Yeah, Yakindar just swipes Art out of the round. Jam holding from under the porch. Utility coming in to make it a little bit more uncomfortable, but he's preemptively moving away from that, so the sound does not give away his position. Virtus.pro getting into these 5 versus 4 advantages often, Blood. They are really finding a lot of success in the openings.
And even when they don't, right, the way they're able to just bring it back.
Yeah.
So it's been looking very good thus far. Yekindar is looking for more, tosses a flashbang for his teammate to flash him in.
Oh,
he could find a double, he could find a triple.
Flash isn't, it's not the timing for it. They're behind the half wall, and that's going to allow Kestorado, because he hears the flash, he hears the steps.
2 people here.
And they can swing into the play. You at least know there's 2 on the B side.
Buster preemptively just tossing the smoke, and Flit's gonna burn Kestorado alive, helped out by his own bullets. Flash is raining in from CD spawn, and Buster's doing a great job just delaying this hit coming in from FURIA. 4v3, 28 seconds. Molotov not really gonna flush him out.
No.
And Kicker just charges in, actually getting boosted up. And before they're even able to get a foothold on the bomb site, the cavalry's arrived, and they've just completely dismantled that take.
Virtus.pro are playing so decisive with the information they're getting, right? They're not tentative at all. Once they get that information, the reaction is almost instantaneous. And that's actually very difficult to do. A lot of teams struggle to be so quick on this information being passed on, but the decision making, but instead of like setting up and letting the retake happen, they decide we're not going to let it go down. We're not going to give them any mercy. We're going to close down that space before FURIA get onto the site. And this is really suffocating this T side of FURIA. Jim once again going for the mid peak. He's looking to open it up. Oh, they know that he's going to be holding, so make it a little more difficult for him to land that. They goosh him up a little bit, and he's off to a safer position.
It's faster play coming in here from FURIA. They're not wasting any time.
Bit of switch setup right now with Jim in the player in Kelby.
Oh, he lines it to perfection, and they don't even check for Flit, who's going to mop the remaining members up. Yuri left alone. So much time remaining on the clock. There's not much he can do. That being said, it was just the pistol, armor upgrade coming in, and Yekindar is aware. He can smell him, but Yuri more than capable with that Tech 9. He could make this a little expensive here for VP, but then again, you look at the money, and it's almost like the Bank of Abu Dhabi for VP right now.
Well, Yuri starting to make his way out from Boiler. Kicker does not let that happen. 6 rounds now for Virtus.pro. FURIA now getting the buyout again. We're looking at the T side of Inferno, and years ago, when Devilwalk used to play, for example, we would say that Inferno, back in the ancient days, was a very CT-sided map. It's not so much nowadays. It's quite T-sided, statistically, especially among the top teams.
Well, that's what happens when the meta evolves, right? Teams are getting better. Players individually are getting better. And if you look at the way some of these maps were played once upon a time, sure, the map has changed, but so have the way some of these teams have. James spotting, safe, holding that angle, and he's like, yep, I see where you are. He's not going to take the fight. I like this from James. Being aggressive, finding information, confident in his prowess with the AWP, and he will fall back. And look at the banana control being exerted here by VP.
Yeah, really suffocating FURIA. Even at the beginning of these rounds, if you can stop that FURIA playstyle getting the openings, Yekindar wants to do more than that. He wants to open it up himself. Luckily, FURIA do have the setup to deal with the banana aggression, and they are getting that information.
They've never pushed this deep thus far, and they won't be expecting Yekindar, especially with James holding this angle. He's been spotted.
They're not going to check, surely.
They shouldn't be checking here. Oh! Okay, Art. He's going to just get destroyed by... So rather, Yekindar's going to get just destroyed by Art, and they know he's low. The nade will finally find him. Art won't survive this time around, so trades will take place. But still a 4v4. And look at the remaining members of FURIA. They're just waiting at the edge of the smoke. And Kicker, double peek comes in. But Flit is able to trade.
That's a good setup from FURIA. Just pulling the crosshair away. You don't really know which target to take down. Flit looking to recover and hold the fort for his team. He swings out. He's not just holding the fort. He's completely eradicating the attacking forces. Kestorado launches his way towards the default position. Locks in the plant. But now it's a 1 versus 3. All the pressure on this young man's shoulders to win this round for his team. He'll sit in position and wait for aggression from long side, but all 3 players of Virtus.pro are making their way up through short. Kestorado needs to be careful, needs to turn around, and it's 1 for Kestorado. Can he find more? Jam runs him down with a pistol, and a headshot is good to close it.
Yeah, there's no way he was expecting all 3 members to come in from short, right? He was like, all right, they're going to be coming in from behind him, making a lot of noise. Eventually, someone's going to peek in from Library or from Arch, but VP, they're a step ahead. Lose a couple of players, lose 3 players in fact, but that's all right. I like how dynamic and varied the CD side has been thus far from VP, right? Earlier on, we saw them not really exerting any banana control. Then it was utility usage. This time around, it was Yakinder pushing down banana. Although it didn't quite pan out, and he got taken down by Art by some crazy reactions, it was still a variation, which is going to make FURIA a little bit more paranoid. So for them, the fact that they're just getting stifled, they're not really being given any free map control is definitely making them very uncomfortable at the moment. And James now, he's got the spawn for it. He's trying to find someone here. But FURIA not looking to take that fight, at least for the time being.
I love how exciting James is being right now, because a lot of criticism is sometimes he'd be a little bit too unimpactful, finding himself in positions where he's not really doing a whole lot, but he is really, really dynamic at this moment in time for Virtus.pro. And if that is something that we're going to get to see more and more this year, I am looking forward to seeing VP play.
Maybe he's trying to redefine the definition of Jame time.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, yo, Jame time, well, this is Jame time. Watch me just run in and just
Jame time 2.0.
Yeah, Jame time 2.0. And you know what? I'm enjoying it. He's being so dynamic, moving around.
It's exciting. And I mean, this team put together now with Flit, you just have that extra bit of firepower. Like, look, Flit is 11-4. He's having a fantastic performance.
Look, I know the two members of the Kicker fan club aren't happy about, you know, sorry, not Kicker, the Sanji fan club aren't happy about Flit coming in, and one of them obviously
50% of them being Launders.
Yeah, but shout out Launders. But Flit is 100%
on the other 50%
an upgrade.
Sanji.
No one else. Here comes the play. They're going to be dropping on Art. He doesn't see him.
Oh, no! Kicker just takes him down. Buster on the follow-up, and the defense are shutting down this attack. Caserato and Safe trying to make it happen. 2v4 to pull off. 25 seconds to do it. The bomb is still in Banana. There's an empty B site, Blah. There is a chance here for Safe if he continues to push forward, but this time
it's Safe.
He's decided it's not going to be happening. Damn, that's just a great hold. Again, Virtus.pro, the setups they have right now are just unbreakable for FURIA. They just can't get through the initial setups on the site. And anytime they try and manipulate rotations, VP just get the info with an information play already set up for whatever planet FURIA have. It's crazy. And also just this banana control. FURIA were winning it like a couple of times in these gun rounds, but Virtus.pro mainly have been just dominating banana. You know, 3-man setup there early, really disallowing Art to create space. And if you're suffocating Art, what is FURIA? What's their identity at that point?
And also the fact that individually speaking for VP, everyone are firing on all cylinders right now, right? You have Yakinder, 9-9. You know, he's died a few times, but that's because of Yakinder's style of play, right? Buster and Kicker have been just very, very solid. Flit has been incredible, and Jame, he's just hitting the shots he needs to hit, and that's all he has to do. And also calling a very fun CD side here. Yakinder, he's going to try and line up a shot, but Caserato hunting him down. 3 members lying in wait. Yakinder's looking for more, and indeed he will find one. And I love utility usage. The trade's impossible. Look at the flames just being deployed behind the smoke, and FURIA will unfortunately have to peel back, not able to avenge their IGL, but they might be falling back towards B, and that could catch VP off guard, because right now they only have Yakinder all by his lonesome on the B bomb side. This could work out, Dinko.
Well, smoke's coming in a little too late here for Yakinder, but he's going to peek out alone. And you say alone, but Yakinder is an absolute one-man army. 2 kills down. Safe and drop out of play. Virtus.pro still have double the numbers of FURIA, and the longer they take to get to the site play, those numbers will be ready to shut them down.
Look at the immediate rotation, right? 3 members charging up. Bomb yet to be planted. They're just waiting. Just waiting for the cue. And here we go, artillery bombardment coming in, and goodbye, Caserato. He does get the bomb down, giving Yuri a chance in a 1v4.
Towards new box. Yuri looking to scrape through the fort. Just so unwinnable at this point for him. He's going to snap out with 1, but Buster cleans him out. Virtus.pro on 9. Blood, this is a very practiced Virtus.pro. We haven't seen them in action for months, but this is a team that have been putting in the hard work. Heading into the major, they make the Sanji move. Everybody's wondering, is this the right time? Is this the right time to bring in Flit? And he looked good at the major, but we all knew it could be even better with time. And they've had that time. There's been no officials. There's been no real grind. It has been Virtus.pro just getting to work, redefining, reworking, and becoming the team that we're seeing right now.
Even with the limited time they had with Flit when they brought him in for Sanji, right? Like, they still looked good. They still looked very dangerous. And then after IM Winter, like while a few of the teams, they played some of the online events and whatnot, we didn't see them for 2 whole months. Like you pointed out, they've had even more time to slot in Flit into the position. I'm looking at the results, right? Apart from the 16-14 win they had against 9Z, which was 9Z just mounting a comeback, look at the scorelines. Movistar Riders are a pretty solid team, 16-3 against them. Then we saw them completely dismantle North America's hopes earlier on in the day. Complexity just losing 16-6 and 16-8. So they haven't dropped a single map thus far here in the ESL Challenger 48, and they're looking to do the same right now. Jame once more with the run boost. Flashbang, unfortunately, will ensure that he doesn't find any information on that just drive-by.
So FURIA throwing this halfway banana smoke, using so much utility, just trying to get that banana control. Virtus.pro this time have actually gone for quite a recessive setup on this B site. They will throw some counter utility, now retaking banana. Clear it out with that top banana molly. And just get that information. Now they play behind the half wall. They let FURIA dump their utility at the start of the round, then they just retake it back. Now their T-side is weakened. Art realizes, when we don't have nades, we have a gun, and unfortunately Yukindar snatches it out of his hand and nearly does damage enough to take down a second player. James' position is short. If you have to go elsewhere, you've got to run into James, and that is not that much easier than going into the rifle of Yukindar.
Like, you got Yukindar on one side, you got Jame on one side, and smack in the middle, you got Flit.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. Perfectly
Look at the utility.
Perfectly timed Molotov and a nade as well from Jame. Unfortunately, the nade doesn't find any damage done, but just this consistent repositioning and consistent aggression. 40 seconds. They haven't been able to take brackets. They don't have banana control, and VP can just pretty much do whatever they want. Now they're pivoting back towards the B bomb side. And again, you can see the flashbangs to peek towards banana. It's a bit of a fake, though. It's a bit of a ruse by K-Serrato, the player who's low on HP. And they're trying to be sneaky, making their way in towards the A bomb side. This could actually work out.
This is the first time Virtus.pro haven't been wise to their tricks, but James is still over here. First kill with the AWP. Still got his teammate up on the balcony as well. Kicker, he's going to deal with a long offensive. That was Yuri's chance. You need to bring down Kicker in that spot. Luckily, it will be the swing out, but it's done. FURIA, once again, that felt like their best chance yet, blah. They had Kicker dead to rights in the long play. You had James stuck in the pit. You had pulled the rotation of that extra player away to B, but it's still not enough.
This is a nightmare.
That has to be a kill for Yuri right there.
That has to be. This is a nightmare situation right now for FURIA. 10-3. And down to the pistols. They're going to try and save as much money as they can for the final round, but the penultimate round here. Guns, pistols, doesn't seem to really matter. Great nades though, but Yukindar will still somehow stay alive and is still holding the line. Kai has no fear of death, Denko. He's just a lunatic.
Dies a lot, so he's got.
But he gets the kills as well.
Yeah, for sure. But he's used to this. He's willing to just charge forward with ill intent. But Yukindar has really been the bane of his existence this entire first half.
Any other player would have fallen back to the side. Yukindar just pushes out towards Sandbox and 30 HP.
Hey, Art. Madness meets madness. Kicker it in the pit, holding on, dropped out, goes down, and that's the bomb on the floor as well. State finally getting something, but it's not enough being done here for FURIA.
Oh, what a flash.
4 players left. K-Serrato blinded. They know we've got him pinned in the side. Throwing nades down, and eventually Kicker will remove him. 11-3 for Virtus.pro in this grand final map 1. This is FURIA's map pick.
Yep, just reminding everyone. You can see at the top left corner as well, Inferno, it's, yeah, FURIA are burning alive in the flames here. Final round of the first half, VP are dominant.
Right now,
very dominant CD side.
This Inferno is FURIA in that meme where the characters just sitting in
everything
the room.
is fine.
Everything, nothing to see, everything's fine.
Or rather, yeah. Cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh.
FURIA need some sort of caffeine boost to get into this T-side of the final round.
They haven't won a single rifle round.
Yeah, it has been... I mean, they've come close, right? They've gotten themselves into some situations. It's just Virtus.pro, which is so good right now. Utility has been on point. And when you have a team that's just so good with utility on the CT side of Inferno, it can almost feel impossible to break through. FURIA trying to remove Yukindar from the sandbox. This time he will whiff his spray. K-Serrato bests him in the duel. And now it's Buster's turn to hold down the fort. He really hasn't had to do a whole lot because the first pillar of defense has been shutting everything down. But finally a security system fails him. But Buster, he's good enough for one. Flit tries to get back in as well. And FURIA are coming out on top in the player count. Jame will pull that back into the 2v2. But for the first time in a while, FURIA might actually be able to get the bomb down comfortably.
Safe with the AWP. Art on a measly 8 points of health. One nade from James. If he somehow able to figure out where Art's playing from, it could work out, but they're going to be doubling up together towards Coil. Safe, the first line of defense here for FURIA, just holding the line. Art's going to be pushing on ahead, and Safe's going to be kind of like the bait in case he misses the shot. I like this hole coming in here.
Yeah, you can pick one, fall away to the right side, pull them into the rifle of Art. Here they go. Flash. Not good. Kicker gets blinded by his teammate's flash, and Jam jumps across, but it's too ill intent. It's 11-4 coming in at the half, though, for Virtus.pro. A fantastic showing on their opponent's map pick. Map 1 of the grand final will continue after this break.
I'm addicted to the wild and nature. If you give me your heart, I'll break it. I've been known to lie, I've been known to lie. I was sitting all alone on the sidewalk when you caught me by surprise. I'm a lone wolf, I die by my own rules. I know when to follow my prey, and now it's right in front of me.
To the guillotine in the first half, but 11-4 is not a scoreline FURIA are strangers to coming back to blow. We've seen it before. We've seen it pretty damn recently today. We'll see if FURIA can pull it back again. It is going to be difficult going up against the Virtus.pro T side, though.
Yeah, it can be so frustrating. And we saw FURIA struggling against 9Z when they were not finding any information. We saw Art, we saw the likes of Yuri making mistakes, trying to go for these information plays all by the lonesome and getting punished. And VP are masters of that. So here we go. We got drop with the kit and a couple of flashbangs. Art as well, smoke, nade, and a flash in case they have to go for the retake. But right now, they've opted to go for a 4-man stack towards A. And it's aggressive posturing as well towards brackets. But VP might be able to somehow get past that because they're going to be going for the waterfall out. But after a couple of footsteps, they slowly peel back. And FURIA, because of that, they're going to be reacting to the information gain and they're going to be heading back into the site.
The hay bale smoke to allow Yukindar. Oh, a better angle, but not better timing. Yuri somehow bests him in that position. Safe able to find one as well, and Virtus.pro are so slow that they've even decided not to go balcony because their teammates are already through B, but Art, he's let him slip by intentionally. Lets Kicker go by deep into the site, removes his head, and now Virtus.pro 2 versus 3. It's still a winnable round. They have information there is at least one player on B, but they still want to commit to this A side of the map, and drops already at range with the USP. Jam close quarters. Now we've seen him do ridiculous, miraculous clutches, in fact. And is he looking to do it again? The first on a Caserado. Bomb plant committed to for Jam. And now looking to get into a better position. Glock at long range, not fantastic, but strong position inside of the mini pit. This could really work for Jam. He's looking for a better weapon. He wants a USP in this situation, but it looks like he's going to have to continue with the Glock. FURIA now double up and begin to encroach back onto this A site. Jam has no utility. He's also low, so body shots can affect him massively. Jam looks, smoke onto one kill. Can he get the other through the smoke? The damage is done, so close, but not enough to get it done. Stolen away inside of the smoke. Gets dropped. That gets the pistol.
He had only 11 bullets. They're gonna get completely understand why he didn't go for the reload, right? He didn't want to give any sound cues in case the other CT was coming in from maybe from short or maybe from apartments. But if he had 3 more bullets, gonna clutch it out. That could be a beautiful 1v3 coming in from the IGL. The star operator, the top 10 player of 2021, Mr. James himself. But FURIA, they win a much-needed round. They've won both the pistols thus far, Dinko, and yet they trail by 6 rounds. It's been a hard day of Counter-Strike for FURIA. They've been tested time and time again by a multitude of teams throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
VP, though, it's been smooth sailing. The question is it going to continue to be smooth sailing thus far?
Well, they're going for the buy in this round. Buster with the AK-47. Going to be the hero AK in play in this one. Pistols around him on Virtus.pro. An investment that can certainly reap some rewards. For FURIA, defuses have gone for them and against them today. I think they're 2 for 1 on the positive side of the defuse. I'm sure they want to keep it that way. And this round is all about picking up money, keeping it clean for FURIA. and allowing themselves a platform to springboard themselves back into this game. Virtus.pro are going to play a painstakingly slow T side a lot of these rounds, and you point out earlier today, Blah, we've seen FURIA kind of fall into the trap of maybe over-aggression at times and struggled against some of that passive T side play. Virtus.pro are walking up banana so slowly, clearing it out. FURIA don't have the info with this yet.
Art needs to be careful. That AK-47 is going to be deadly in the hands of Buster. And immediately you can see the AK getting tossed around. But Drop blinded out in the open. He's a very uncomfortable spot. And Kicker's going to find him as Yuri catches Flit, who was trying to lurk around. 3 versus 3 here. But a smoke has been deployed. They're going to be able to cross on over and punch the numbers. Its bomb will be planted. Buster, 12 HP. Kicker, he's the player who has to be a hero right now. He's the only player with health and Kevlar, 14 and 7, and an AK-47 in his hands.
FURIA just trying to get themselves into prime position. They know how much this round means to a good start in the second half. If they lose this, they're already down too many rounds. Jim goes in towards CT, attacks Caserado, but he comes out on top. The Brazilian will walk over him, but not for long. Kicker alone. 1v3 in total. Second kill picked up, and now just one more. Yuri trying to pull him away, but he can't peel him away from a safe position as Kicker plays with his foot, plays with the time, and closes it for 12. Virtus.pro answer back with a hero AK and break FURIA's hearts at the start of the second half.
Oh, what a round. That wasn't even the force by Denko. They had a hero AK-47. They had, I think, 3 players with Kevlar and armor, but the way they were able to use that one solitary AK-47, just playing a game and just passing it along. Right, I've got a kill, I'm low in health, you take it. And Kicker, the hero, right now top fragging, 17 and 7 in a team filled with heavy fraggers like Flit, like Yakindar, like James, and he's looking fantastic. And he was looking fantastic.
That's a molly you guys at home should never try.
The CIS, Nate.
NA NID, you know.
Is it NA though?
Probably got it from complexity.
Jesus. Just let them be, right? Like, you don't want to make Darth and...
Dude, they gotta win in this tournament. They got a series win. It's all good. They can leave happy.
They reached the semis.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
Drop, Scout in hand. Interesting how both the Scouts are in the hands of Odd and Drop, and Safe just has the USB. Just interesting, but...
Ooh, that's quick from Drop. Unfortunately, not accurate. Under a minute. Virtus.pro with 3 players walking up banana. Kicker going to be at the front of the charge. The nightmare fuel to FURIA. It's going to start backing away, though. They're not committing to B. Instead, they look towards A, and 3 players currently set up here for FURIA. There were 3 players. Yakindar has decided to drop those numbers by thinning the herd. Cuts them down at the knees. Smoking towards Library. A clean setup here for Virtus.pro to begin their wraparound from 2 fronts. Flit will cover off the Library. Aggression actually gets spotted from the pit. So that's information called as to the position of one player inside of the site. Buster will use that to his advantage. Safe's about to be checked, or should have been checked. Actually gets away with one on the USP. But FURIA deciding to back away with the saved weapons. Virtus.pro not really too much stressing around like this.
For FURIA, considering it was a forced investment, they're going to try and hold on to the Kevlar and the Deagle in hands of Caserado and the Scout for Drop. But yeah, DP, man, they're looking clinical. They're looking clinical in every single department possible. 13-5 right now. Despite FURIA winning both the pistol rounds, it's just been grim. They've won 1 rifle round, Denko. And that was the final round in the first half as well.
Really has not been close throughout this one. Virtus.pro with a systematic destruction of FURIA so far. Is the chaos enough? 13-5. You look at the scoreline and you look at the economy. It's likely to be 14-5 now, Blah. Virtus.pro will only be 2 away from closing out Inferno, which is FURIA's map pick, in just a moment. For FURIA, this is not the way you want the grand final to go. You want to at least get into it at some point, especially on your map pick, but as Alan was pointing out in the desk before this is a very good veto for Virtus.pro.
I mean, depending on the time zone for some of these CIS players, it could already be the 14th of February. You know, maybe they have a couple of dates or something. They're like, all right, you know, let's speedrun this. I have a date later on tonight.
But it's called a flight to Katowice.
Yeah, well, you know, our true love is Counter-Strike, Denko. That's our real date.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, here we go.
Above everything.
Nice shot from Safe. How did he even find Flit there? Shot through the smoke. Through the smoke?
Yeah.
He wasn't even boosted up. Okay, all right.
Okay, Safe.
A bit unreasonable, but we'll take that.
They need a little bit of luck. They need something to go their way in this scenario, so can't be too mad at that if you're FURIA, but here come the attacking side of Virtus.pro. Utility begins to bombard the B site, looking to eradicate any defensive players, looking to taking refuge, should I say, inside of this B site. Don't think Virtus.pro are the type of team to take hostages. No mercy.
A lot of time still to work with for VP, as they make quite a bit of noise towards Banana. But
They're back to A again.
Yeah,
It's the seesaw.
And just 2 players now.
It's the seesaw effect for Virtus.pro, trying to manipulate rotations, and 35 seconds remain. And here come Virtus.pro into the A site. That third player is coming back. It's Safe at Library. He actually catches the timing where Kicker's looking the wrong way, but unable to land the shot. Kicker's able to bring him down, and now a 3v3. Guess Rado does well. If he gets another one, maybe we start to believe in some spice, but Virtus.pro get into the site, and that bomb will go down. Art and Drop not really in a position to be able to pull off a retake like this.
Yeah, just these non-stop force buys coming in from FURIA. They're just going to force buy their way into oblivion at this point, right? They've gone for back-to-back. Now it's going to be 14-5. Then they got to decide, all right, do we going to try and play for OT, or do we go for a full save, excuse me, or do we just try and force buy again and hope something clicks this time around? It's not...
At this point, but you really don't have too many options to decide that, because you're now 14-5 down.
Yeah, yeah, true. But that's the thing, right? Like, do you still go for the force buy? Allow VP, I mean, and again, if that round doesn't pan out, then VP is almost guaranteed to just run away with this map, right? So,
well, at this point, do you want to play for overtime, or you want to force buy?
overtime is far away right now. They need to win. I mean, that's assuming VP are able to get around them at 15 right now, but if they do, FURIA will have to win 10 in a row. And thus far, they haven't shown anything to give us any confidence of pulling it off. Here we go.
Maybe there's a slight gap in that smoke. You see Flit, but very good shot from Safe to start the round. Unfortunately, didn't
They're playing for OT.
amount to much. Yeah, they are going to go play for a few more rounds.
You're not a believer, are you?
We'll get to the point. Well, that is a poised question, Black.
All right, Dinko,
You're
I
throwing
see
me under
you.
the bus. You're the bus driver. You're driving over the top of me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's very, very difficult. I do believe in the FURIA tenacity. They will certainly stay in the game as long as they possibly can.
Again, for FURIA, right? Like, okay, I'll get back to it later on. It's going to be Facet coming in, Buster running in with the smoke, and he has been taking a little bit of damage, but able to find Drop with the nade. Art, though, a little unreasonable there, and James somehow going to find him
another
through the smoke. They're not expecting James to quickly make his way up, and James has been so mobile with the AWP. Fantastic stuff. And VP, once again, getting the bomb down. They're going to be getting the map point on FURIA's map pick. There's no retake possible. You can see Yuri so very far away. Of course, they'll have money for a full-fledged buy, but 10 in a row against... I never used the phrase Virtus Plow for this particular lineup, because that belongs to the Pulse.
Yes.
It's reserved for the Pulse. It's reserved for the Golden Five, Taz, Neo, Pasha, and Gang. But this is a close replication of how that team just steamroll teams. And VP have steamrolled almost everyone this tournament.
So Virtus bulldozer, really, this team.
Fair enough.
They are pretty incredible at just getting into a position where you just suffocate FURIA. That first half, FURIA just really couldn't do anything on the T side. Anytime they would try go somewhere, you're just caught up a utility being saved. FURIA actually playing a little slow T side, because Virtus probably dictating the pace on the CT side and stopping FURIA from being able to play their own game. And let's go. FURIA were buying up, saving up to get to this point. They've got the AWP out in the hands of Safe in the CT side. We've seen earlier what this guy can do. And the M4A1S in play for the rest. Utility out. This is it. FURIA. This is the first step of a very long road back into this first map. Their map pick, it might just end in this round, but we'll see if they can stay alive. Last
Chance Saloon here for FURIA on this map. As Yakinder, oh, he's going to find safe. And he's looking for more. Almost catches Yuri as well. And look at the pressure being exerted towards Banana at the same time. They're rested. They're in Arch. They're in top of mid. And they have Banana as well. Art wouldn't be expecting this.
Drop's not ready at all.
Yakinder holding W and just dismantling every single defender. This one's done, Dinko. GG, go next.
Yakinder is just wrecking them right now. FURIA getting utterly destroyed. Art and Yuri into the 2 versus 5. What can they do? Virtus.pro are everywhere. They're hunting them down. Jim looking up into the apartments confirms the position of one of the remaining 2 players. Under a minute now, and Virtus.pro are just looking for it. Yakinder with the 4K. The beast has been unleashed.
The ace?
And one more. It is Flit that will steal that away, but it's Virtus.pro that go 1 map up in this grand final, and that's FURIA's map pick. Thrust it away from them.
That was a statement from VP. That was a statement from VP. And if there are other teams watching this Virtus.pro lineup and saying, all right, let's see what they do in Katowice, that is a sign of things to potentially